Yes. Let me share the screen and we will understand. I hope you see my screen. Yes. So in the CSS3 we have seen a lot of things. We have seen the background properties, some image related properties, object fit, right? Mostly we will use this property, object fit. Then we have seen background related properties yesterday, and today we will see text related properties. So when you say text related properties, you may have these many things. Let us see. So day 12, and here we can say index.css, sorry, index.html and app.css. Just a minute. Okay. So whenever you talk about text related properties, we also have seen font related things, font family, font size, font weight, font style, right? Now, when you talk about other properties related, let's create first HTML5, and here we can say text properties. Inside that, let's have a paragraph. Here we can say hello, how are you? Let's import the CSS, link rel CSS, and here I can say app.css. In the current directory, you will find app.css. Now, when you talk about text related property, we can decorate or style this text also. So here we can say class txt01, txt01, and here we can say dot txt01, okay, txt01, and I want to set the color. Here we can say color white. So color is a foreground color. Now I would like to give a background color, and background color I can say black, okay, and here we can say good text or gd txt, and let's apply the padding 1 em and gd good txt, like this. Let's try to open this, sorry, let's try to open this in browser. Yeah, can you see a background is black, and onto that foreground is what? Red. So you set the foreground color you set the foreground color by means of color. What I'm saying, set the foreground by means of the color properties. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. And you set the background by means of the background color. Now, there is one more thing. Let's create another paragraph. So, coloring we have seen. This is also good text. And I want a margin top. Here I can say top margin and
The classes we applied will be in a sequential manner, right?
sequential as in
Like example, class we applied GD like to text and then TXT, but so first padding will get applied
yeah,
and then the color and everything.
correct.
If we have something example padding 1 EM, right?
Uh-huh.
So if we add the same attribute in text one, like instead of 1 EM, 2 AM in the class,
Uh-huh.
TXT01. So that will get applied to this class.
Yeah, if you remember, we have discussed this. See here, padding I will say here 3 em. Okay, padding what 3 em and refresh it. Can you see 3 em would be getting applied?
Yeah.
That would be overridden.
Overridden, yeah.
Yeah. So good text, and let's create another class dot txt 02, and here txt 02 would be class, and inside this we would be using one specific property, text align. So to the text align, you have center, end, justify, right, left, start. Let's make a start over here. Here you have applied good text, and let's apply the margin top, top. We already have created a class over here, and I can say what top. So margin 1 em would be getting applied. So hello, how are you over here? And we can give some background color, and we can say dot paint gray and background color, and here we can say Greensboro paint gray, and let's apply paint gray, paint gray. Why? txt02 faint, faint. Can you see little background has been added? So here we have added some background, and can you see one property, text align start. Okay, let's comment this out, and here I can say text align center. Can you see you're aligning text at center? Just a minute. Now if you see here, the color has been applied and text align center. Similarly, we can have end, refresh it. Can you see text would be at the end. Text would be at the end. So when you talk about text alignment can happen in this way. Now there is one more text alignment called as justify. So what do you mean by justify? So you might have used the justify in the Word document. Yes or no? Have you used justify in the Word document or not? Hello?
Yeah.
So if you can say, do we have justify over here? Any word will show you the justify. Okay, no problem. Let's add it. So we have a paragraph, and some random text. So this bigger is the random text, and txt03 we can say, and here also I can apply class txt02 and little margin from the top. Or you can do something like this also, top 1 means what? 1 em, top 1. And here you can say top 1. When you say top 1 em from the top. Okay, you can refresh it, and this guy is here, and let's apply some width in this case to the paragraph. Let's create a new class dot txt03 width 50 px or 100 px, height 200 or 100 px, and over here text align justify 03, we can say text 03 justify, and let's give some background color faint gray, or simply apply the class we already have created, faint gray. Refresh it. Can you see? Now how do you resolve this problem? Can you tell me? So whatever gray you can see, that much is the text, and content is going beyond the edges. Can you see that? Justify. If you remove the justify and refresh it, can you see the spaces between the words would be getting reduced, and content would be getting align edge to edge. That is what the justify is. Justify, refresh it. So my question is that how do you solve this problem? I want this content to fit inside this gray box only. How do you do that? I want to fit the content only in a gray box. How do you do that? Can you see this is the gray box, that is the width and height, but content is not fitting inside the gray box. It is coming out of the boundaries. So how do you handle this scenario in the CSS? That's my question. Am I audible?
Yeah.
So how do you handle this scenario? Yeah, please let me know. So if you want to handle this scenario, we have studied this.
So what's the question?
If you see over here, actually this whatever gray color box you see here, that much is only this paragraph, right? But what is happening? Content is overflowing out of that gray box. content is overflowing out of that gray box. So how do you handle this?
We can use that overflow property.
Correct.
It will add the scroll bar.
Correct. It will add the scroll bars. That was the expected answer. So here we can say overflow auto. Overflow auto. Can you see scroll bars will come automatically? Right? That's what the meaning of overflow property. And justify. Let's increase the width 300 pixels by 300 pixels. Refresh it. So this much is the box and this much is nothing but what your text is. You can apply some padding. So here we can say dot p3 or p-2, and we can say padding from all four sides 0.3 em, and here I can say p-2. So p2 class you created, refresh it, some padding would be getting added from all four sides. You're getting this or not? I'm using CSS extensively. If you have practiced all the codes that I have typed, this is all easy to you, not a big deal. Just creating some classes, and we are applying classes as required. We are applying classes as required over here. Correct? Yeah. So text properties, text align property we have seen. Text align. Now we have seen what are the alignments we have. What are the alignments we have? Now there is one more property. Let's create this, and text04. Let's create another class dot txt04 and just a minute. So this alignment is a horizontal alignment, remember that. Now what we can do, okay, what we need to create here, let's give some height. Okay, width, okay, let's not worry about the width. Text04 and vertical alignment. Can you see vertical align? Baseline, bottom, middle, sub, super, text bottom, text top, top. Right? So let's make bottom, or in text03 itself, in here text02 itself I can add vertical align. Let's remove this. Yeah, this guy, we will try to align this guy. So let's make it at center. Vertical align, let's make it at vertically middle. Vertically we are saying, so presently horizontally center, vertically middle. But what are other properties we have? Bottom, okay, bottom is not working. Why not working, we will see. Let's apply text bottom, refresh it. Let's apply text bottom. Just a minute. What class we have applied over here? text bottom. Am I missing something, or we need a div?
Let's try same thing with the div. We can just like give it a try.
Yeah, I think we need div over here.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's create another class and say p, and over here we can say hi, who are you, and class over here we can say txt02. Okay, let's give some background color. Faint gray would be the background color. Faint gray would be the background color. Just a minute.
Would I try to achieve?
So the text should move at the bottom.
Okay.
Text should move at the bottom. Just minute. Just minute. I think we need the container, and let's apply some. Okay, let's not do in this way. Okay, just a minute. So if this is a span, this is a paragraph. Actually, we don't need paragraph as well, this div as well. And here I can say, let's add some emoji. Or emoji will hi Android. Let me add this into the span and into the span. I need this into the span and into the span, and txt04 text align center, vertical align text bottom. And class, here we can say txt04. Now okay, to that p we can say p container height 20 pixel, class p container, class p container, and faint gray height 20 pixel.
You somehow deleted the span, starting mode of.
Yeah, correct. Class, and here we can say txt04. Why 30px? Okay.
Is it like we need to change the sequence? No. The TXT code is too below.
I think here I am missing the point over here. But vertical align, text align, or we can say here text top.
Do we have the bottom only for this one?
Say that
For
again.
this like
No, say that again.
the vertical line, do we have like top and bottom instead of text top and bottom? Just saying so. Just like we are using center, left and right. So
Just a minute. So it is at the center. Now it is at the top because we have written the top over here. Let me write bottom. No. Okay, just write simply bottom. So actually this Android, I want this Android to be moving. That Android should move. Okay, let us see some another things. Vertical align sub. Yeah, subscript. Can you see? This is happening actually. Subscript and the superscript. Superscript means above. Okay, subscript is happening. Sub and super, not SUP, super. Can you see? This is the superscript and this is subscript. That is working. Subscript and the superscript, those things are working. But my question is that why vertical alignment is not working? Why vertical alignment is not working? So this text top should work actually to the span we are applying. Or oh, it might be because of this. So inside this, no, then baseline is a by default one. Text top, it should work actually, but not working. Text bottom. Okay, if we can try the same thing with image, what happens? This is the span, and inside the span vertical align is happening. Just a minute. Okay, so let me push this much code. Just a minute. And text properties CSS3 text properties, and I will create new file, say tab.html, table.html, new file tab.css, html5, and text properties demo. Now let's create a div. Inside that there is a one more div, and inside that there is a one more div. Kind of table we will try to create in class container. Let's import the CSS, link CSS tab.css, and we will have a class called as cell, and we will create a same thing we will apply to this class cell, and here we can say Android, iOS, like this, and let's write the classes. Here I can say dot container, say height 300 pixels, border, let's give some border 1px solid red, width 100%, width is what, 100%. Now I think here also it will not work. Dot cell, okay, this is the cell class, height 30 pixel. Now here date 12 and tab.html, Android, iOS. Let's give border 1px solid blue. Okay, this is one thing, this is another thing. Now in the cell I can say vertical align. In the cell we can say vertical align middle, and text align center. So center will work, but this will not work. I know how to make this work, vertical align middle. You can say bottom. Okay, now see, if you remember, we have seen one display property, right? So here you can say display this thing as table. Now refresh it, and this thing would be considered as table cell. So here you can say display colon table cell. Now refresh it. Yeah, if you can see here, this is at bottom, this is at bottom. Now if I say center over here, center, so this text will come at the center, vertical align middle, sorry, middle, not center, middle, vertical align, here you can say vertical align top, refresh it, it will go to the top. Here you can say bottom, it will go to the bottom. If you say middle, it will go to the middle. But I don't wanted to introduce this display table, and I was trying to do it without display table.
So is it like vertical align property will like goes hand in hand with the table properties or display properties?
Yeah, correct. Actually, 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 not every time, but here, if you see, okay, I will show you that part also. See now, if you go inside this, so presently, our our content was something called as our content was something called as text or span. So I do same thing over here, and instead of this span, if you have image inside this img src, let's get some image, or we already have emoji, right? Where we have emoji, not this, yeah, sm.emoji. Let's get this into date 12 also. In the index.html, src dot sm.png, width 5, height 5, width 5, height 5, and date 12, index.html. Okay, here emoji you can see. Let's make a 10px. 10px, there is a emoji actually, or 8 would be okay. 8 or 10 10. Just a minute, let me apply the charger. Sorry. Ten px, 10px, it is there. Now if I apply a class over here in app.css, vertical align txt04, here I can say txt04. Can you see it went to the bottom? Hello?
Yeah.
Now if I make at the, sorry, if I wanted to add that at the top, text top, it shall go to the top. But I'm surprised why it was not working with this text, because it was a text. Can you see now it is at the top? Now by default is a baseline, means baseline of the text. Refresh it. So this is exactly in a line with this. If you see carefully, this emoji is moving.
So what is the difference between text bottom or normal bottom or text
Yeah.
like top or top? Is the
Yeah.
similar way I'll just explain like I was having the same like text and the checkbox. I
Correct.
use the text align top property or bottom property for the same reason, just to like move up and down.
Okay. See now, bottom, it will go to the bottom, and text bottom, it will do the same. Now when you talk about the text bottom, affects the vertical positioning of the inline boxes generated by the inline level element inside the line box. Now if you go to the bottom, and here if you see, affects the vertical positioning of the inline boxes generated by the inline level element inside a line box. Just a minute. Vertical align, top, middle, bottom, sub, text top. Now text bottom aligns the bottom of the element with the bottom of the parent element's font. Okay, aligns the bottom of the element with the bottom of the parent element's font. Now if you see the bottom, aligns the bottom of the element and its descendants with the bottom of the entire line. See here, aligns the bottom of the element with the bottom of the parent element font. So let's do one thing. Let's increase the font size and 2em and this 20px 20, refresh it. Okay, now presently what is the text bottom? What is the text bottom? Aligns the bottom of the element. Bottom of which element? Bottom of this element. So let's see, this is a P, and inside the P there is a image. Inside the P there is an image, and then there is a text. Inside the P there is an image, and then there is a text. Now whatever you have tried vertical alignment, okay, so alignment of this content with this text, whatever you have tried so far, so alignment of this image with this text. Now this can be div also, and inside div there can be other things also. You getting my point? Hello? So if you apply the text bottom at that time, all the descendants will not work. See here, text bottom aligns the bottom of the element with the bottom of the parent element's font, and line relative values, the following values vertically align the elements relative to the entire line, top and bottom. Aligns the bottom of the element and its descendant with the bottom of the entire line, right? Bottom of the entire line. And if you see, we have seen the table also. So generally text top, text bottom, generally if you see the baseline, values for the table cells, baseline and subs. So generally this text related things are used in the table, aligns the baseline of the cell with the baseline of all other cells in the row, whatever you can see. Okay, so actually this vertical alignment is used with the table also. So this is the example of the table. We created a container and the cell, right? But here you have used something called as display table. So what other properties we have seen for display? Can you tell me? What other properties we have discussed for this display?
Flex, relative.
Yeah, flex is there, but we didn't discuss that part. We have discussed few properties about this display.
None.
Yeah, correct. Block and none.
Block and none.
Block and none. Now in the same fashion, this is the container, and you want this container to be treated as a table. So you'll use display table. You'll use what? Display table. and there is something called let's cell, and can you see here display table cell, display table cell means inside the table this would be considered as a cell, this would be considered as a cell, display table cell. So this vertical align property is used with this display table. Well, display table we were about to see in the future, but no problem. And you can convert any div to the table by means of display table, like this display table. And alignment of the content can be managed by vertical align and text align. That is okay. But if you see here index HTML, if you see here index HTML, this is the paragraph. Inside that there is a image, and I want to align this image with the text I have. I want to align this image along with the edges of the text that can be at the top, can be at the bottom, can be at the center. So that can be handled by means of these properties. Now, to answer your question, I hope this is clear to you, the difference between text bottom and only bottom. If there is a div and inside div there are multiple elements, and those elements also you want to align with the entire line, you will use bottom. If there is only single element and you want to make it, or you want to align it along with the elements font, you will use text bottom. Correct?
Yes.
Is it clear to all? Please respond in the chat box, or you may speak up. If it is clear, you can tell me it is clear. Okay. Here, this is one thing, text properties, official documentation I have opened. Now, this is about the text alignment. Remember that in the text alignment, how many things we have seen? We have seen text align, we have seen vertical align, text align, vertical align, and there is one more thing. There is one more thing, that is text direction. Okay, let's go to the app.css. Let's go to the app.css, and here I can say txt.txt 05, and let's have a paragraph, and here we can say hey hi, how are you, direction, okay, just remove it, direction, LTR, RTL. Can you tell me what is the LTR and RTL? LTR, RTL.
It's left to right, right to left.
Correct. Left to right, right to left. So let's do right to left. Text properties. Refresh. Can you see hey hi, how are you? Left to, this is the direction is RTL. We didn't apply it class. Text 05. Refresh it. And can you see this is something different? First question mark, hey hi, how are you, like that. Hey hi, how are you, something like this. And there is one more property, you may use it along with this. In the official documentation, it is also there. So there is one more property, Unicode BD. Unicode BD. Now, what is this Unicode BD? So when you talk about Unicode BD, let me use it again, just a minute. Unicode BD. And here we can say Unicode BD. The level of the embedding with respect to the bidirectional algorithm. BD stands for bidirectional algorithm. The level of embedding, if you can see, and the values are BD override, isolate override, plain text, embed, isolate. Okay. Unidirectional Unicode BD algorithm, and here we can say BD override. Now let us first see what is the output and refresh it. Can you see? Hey, can you see here how left to right has happened? Hey,
Yeah, it's
hi,
completely like mirror thing.
correct, correct. That is nothing but what the Unicode BD. And well, actually internally this is the algorithm. So Unicode BD property in the CSS is used to control the direction of the text and inline elements with respect to the Unicode bidirectional algorithm. So this is the standard algorithm. Just a minute. So if you can see here, just go to the Wikipedia, and bidirectional text contains two text directionalities, right to left, left to right. It is generally involves the text containing the different types of alphabets, but may also refer as whatever this is, I don't know. Many of the computer programs fail to display the bidirectional text correctly. For example, this page is mostly LTR English script, and here is the RTL Hebrew name, something like this. In short, at doing such conversions, right, this algorithm is used internally. And see here, there are specific things, meaning of the embedding. What do you mean by embedding? What do you mean by isolate? What do you mean by overrides? These are specific things related to the Unicode. Now, what we are trying, Unicode bidirectional algorithm. And I think this is the algorithm, directional formatting. So whatever we have written over here, by BD override is nothing but that algorithm. So Unicode BD property in the CSS used to control the direction and the text and inline elements with respect to the Unicode bidirectional algorithm. The Unicode bidirectional algorithm is a complex algorithm used for displaying the text that contains left to right and right to left scripts such as Arabic and English in the same line. So here you are setting that algorithm property. Now if you see how exactly this has happened, hey, so this is by means of that algorithm, remember that. Okay. Text alignment. So when you learn the text alignment, this is the crucial part. So you will face the directionality also. Left to right, right to left. Correct? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes.
If you have any question, go ahead and ask me. There are few more properties we have related to the text. We'll see shortly. But related to alignment, these are the things. Vertical align is very important. Vertical align and the text align. Remember that text align, vertical align. This is the horizontal. This is the vertical. This is the horizontal. This is the vertical. Then direction, left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left. Then justify. What do you mean by justify? Adding elements edge to edge. Adding elements what? Edge to edge. Now these are related to the alignment related properties. Now there are decoration related properties are also there. Now what do you mean by decoration? You will get to know. So here we can say P class txt06 and hey hi how are you, I can add it, and here dot. Okay, let's create it in a separate file. Let's not create in this file deco.html and new file deco.css html5 text decoration link rel css deco.css. This is a paragraph. Hey hi how are you, hey hi how are you, this, and dot deco 1 dot deco 1, and here we can say text decoration overline and class deco 01 deco 01. Can you see line above the text, underline, underline, or both. A shorthand property text decoration underline red. Can you see underline red? Double lines. Can you see that? Even you can give say 3 pixel density also, 3 pixel. So text decoration is the property shorthand for text decoration line, text decoration color, text decoration style, text decoration thickness, text decoration line, underline, overline, whatever, then color, then style, and then thickness. This is the shorthand property. This is what? Shorthand property. Well, you can have underline, overline also. Underline, overline. Can you see both the lines? Shorthand notations. text decoration, and here if you use line, can you see? If you don't want to give everything in a shorthand way, you need to write text decoration line and these things. So this is a shorthand property we are understanding. Underline, overline. Underline, overline. So there is one more thing we have. Underline, overline we have seen. Deco02, and here we can say dot deco 02 deco 02. So here I will not use text decoration, sorry, I will not use shorthand property. Text decoration line, underline, overline, line through. Now refresh it. Can you see line through it? Line through it. Well, you can give a color also. Text decoration line, text decoration line, color red. Can you see red color line? And thickness and other thing also you can write. There are also few properties. So text decoration. So text related properties we have seen. Alignment related properties, decoration related properties. Alignment related properties, decoration related properties. Correct? Now there are some properties related to the spacing also, shadow also, that we will see tomorrow. Okay? Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll see some few more properties related to the text tomorrow, and then we will start about the positioning. No, something is there. Okay, we'll see what we will see afterwards. Fine?
Yep. Got it.
Yeah. So let's meet tomorrow. Thank you.
Yep. Yep. Thanks so much.